Hi, okay, so in this video we're going to be making this flower right here. It's super cute. I call this my Spiky Tip Dahlia, and very, very simple and easy. Okay, so the template comes with a large petal, a medium petal, a small petal, and an extra small petal. You're going to need 4 large petals, 2 medium petals, actually 2 of the small petals, but 1 will be for stemming, and 1 small one. Okay, or this is an extra small. So I'm going to take the large, I'm going to line them up. I'm going to just do 2 at a time. And then I'm going to take some scissors and right in these little gaps right here, I want to make these a little bit longer. So I'm just cutting down, and that's about as far as I'm going. You don't want to cut too far down to where like your petals will start cutting into each other and coming off. So it's just a slight cut, and that just gives us enough room to play with the petals. Okay. And we're going to do that for the next 2 also. Our mediums, we're just going to get this step out of the way. So if you want to fast forward, you can. But we're going to do the exact same thing for all the petals. And I find it faster if I just line them up. The one that you're going to use to stem, you don't need to cut. And that's the second small. This is the extra small. Be real careful with this one so you don't cut off any of the petals. All right, so now that we're done with that step, we're going to take our skewer, or you can use a paintbrush, end of a paintbrush. It has to be really thin though. We're going to take our skewer, and I'm only going to do 2 at a time because I really want my things to really cup up really nice and tight. So I'm just taking my skewer and I'm just kind of rolling it. And after I roll it, I almost like want to pinch it. And this is where it needs to get really, really tight. Not so much up here, but down here into the petal. So as you can see, I'm just taking my skewer, kind of running it back and forth and just pinching it. And you start seeing the petals come to life. Okay, so that's, and when you take them apart, you have these. Super pretty. We're going to do that for these 2. And we just want them really tight, so we're just kind of going back and we're pinching right in at that bottom. It's a little time consuming, you know, doing this, but the results are really, really pretty. So I wouldn't rush this part too much. Okay, so, and this is what it looks like after we're done. Pull them together. Here's our 4. Since we're already doing this part, we're going to do them for all of our petals. We want to pinch. It might be easier if you just take 2 and pinch them. It saves time. But if you're just starting out, just take your time. Okay. And now these, I almost pinch. I don't even really worry about curling them up. I'm just using it as a base where to pinch it. Comes really spiky. And then we have our last little one. And I see a spot that I didn't cut. Okay, so now we have all of our petals all spiked up like this. Now we're going to start layering them. Put my first set down. Oops. Put some glue on the back. And I'm just kind of lining them up to see where they're going to go without laying on top of each other. Okay. So here's my first set. Super cute. And then I'm going to take my thumb, put it in my palm, and I'm just going to push on it a little bit. I don't want to push on it too much because I still have that fourth layer to put down in there. And I'm just kind of lining it up to make sure that they're not laying on top of each other. Okay, this is our third set. And this I will cup up with my palm like this. Okay. Oops. And I put a generous amount of glue on the back of these, so I have enough time to move them around, just in case if I see that they're laying on top of each other. I can adjust it really quick. Okay, so here's our fourth layer. It looks really cute now, doesn't it? Okay, so this is our two mediums. We're going to do the same thing, but we want to really cup them up. I'm going to put this one down and just kind of eyeball where I want it. Now, some petals might go on top of each other. That's fine. They'll start coming up so it doesn't look too bad. Okay, like this. And then this one, I'm going to take and I really want to cup it up like this, okay? Take a lot of glue. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it to see where it's going to go. This is where you probably want your skewer to kind of get down in there so you don't push it open. If you start putting your thumb in there or your fingers in there, you're going to start opening that center. And we really want a really tight center like this. We want to close this flower. So I would just recommend your skewer or even a paintbrush will do the trick, okay? All right, so we have our small and extra small. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the extra small and I'm going to bring them up like this, okay? And I'm going to kind of like pinch it nice and tight. I'm going to put glue on this, a nice dab of it right there. And then I'm going to put it in the center and then bring these up, okay? Then I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to put a really nice size glue little bead on there. And this, I'm going to take my skewer, but you don't want to start moving it around and everything because you don't want it to open it up. And then just kind of go back with your finger. Oops, this one's a little wonky out of place. That's fine. One got kind of shifted a little bit. Let me cut down there with some scissors and cut this real quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So just to make sure that everything has a really nice, okay, and there we have it. There is our spiky tip dahlia. Okay, so at this point, I would wait, just set it aside for a couple of minutes, wait for it to dry to do this part. But just because we're doing a video, I'm going to take that small petal that we set aside and I'm just going to pierce it in the middle. You can do this with a pair of scissors, a spiky, tweezers. You just want a hole. You're going to take at least an 18 gauge wire and you're going to take your pliers and you're going to bend it down like this. It's like a little hook. And then we're going to close the hook like this, okay? And then we're going to take it and we're going to bend it down. So now it kind of has like a table look to it, okay? So I'm going to slide my wire down in the center, take some glue, blow on it. I always like to turn it upside down. If you have like a non-stick mat, this works great, just so it'll hurry up and dry, and glue onto it. All right. So let's just pretend that our flower is dry. I just don't want the petals moving when I do this step. So I recommend just waiting, just do a lot of them, and while they're cooling off, then go back and stem them. So I put a lot of glue on this, And I'm just going to put it right down on the back of my flower like this. Okay? I'm going to turn it up. I'm just going to take my, I don't want to put a lot of pressure and I don't want to open my center up. So that's why I'm getting something really skinny. Okay, guys? You don't want to go in there with your finger to do this because it's going to open it up and it's not going to look right. If it does open up, you can always put some stamens in the middle of it, paper stamens or just the pearl tip stamens. So there you have it. I like, this is just personal preference, I like taking the lower level right here and just kind of curling them down a little bit. Just gives them a little bit of character. And just come back up. I don't want them too curled, but it just gives it a unique look. More personality. And there you have it. There's your flowers. Now to add the leaves to it, this is the leaf style that comes with it. This is just placing them however you feel that it looks cute. I usually put one on the back like this. So it looks like this. And then sometimes I'll cut one down. The reason why I keep these on some of my leaves is that you can actually attach these to the stems with floral tape. So if you wanted to do that. I'm actually going to cut this off. This is just me playing around, showing you different ways that you can do these. I'm actually going to cut that little bit off too. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And I'm going to put this in between my petal. So it has just a little bit sticking out, okay? You can make them long. I made them long on this one. But just to give it a little bit of, different. It's not so matchy-matchy. I don't like all my flowers being matchy-matchy. So there you go, guys. This is the spike tip Dahlia. Dahlia. It's like a tongue twister there. All right. If you haven't already, you can sign up to my Facebook group, More Paper Than Shoes. It is for just for More Paper Than Shoes templates. I do sometimes post where you can show off your other work that's non-related to More Paper Than Shoes. This is just a really great place that you can meet other people and that use the files, ask questions, see some great coupons, things like that, giveaways, and stuff like that. This is the bundle that these flowers come in. So if you did purchase the bundle pack, you can see them all together like this. If not, there is a bundle pack out there that has these in it. But I think they're just super cute together, and I kind of wanted to show you guys how they look. All right, guys. I hope to see you in the group. And if not, then just check me out on social media. It's just search More Paper Than Shoes and you'll find me. Okay, guys. See you next time. Bye.